Okay, everyone, thanks for joining me. Don Carson here from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Looking forward to sharing my thoughts on an incredible story that's happening before our eyes. When I talk about a story, I talk about something that's written in the history books already today, because people are going to look back in the future to what's happening today and just be thankful that they were here in this moment. We often talk about life and the things that we are given and gifts and so on. And you know what? We're at a point right now. I can be honestly confident to say to you, you're being given a gift. You've been invited to look at this recording if you're offered it later, and we want to share with you a home-based business opportunity that's a little different than anything you've ever seen. A true category creator, something that really has never been done ever in the history of the network marketing or the home-based business industry, and something that should, for many of you, open your eyes to dreaming again, potential. And so I'm going to give you a short presentation on some of the corporate slides we're working on for the future that eventually some people are asking, when can we have something we can share amongst our teams that is compliant and so on. So some of the things you're going to see tonight are actual items that we're working on, but I also want to paint a bigger picture for all of you. I want to paint a bigger picture for where we are today with my guest and where we're going tomorrow. For many of you, October 26th, 27th, and 28th in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, will be the actual launch of our company. Those of you that hear that will say, well, wait a minute, didn't we launch August 1st, 2023, Don? The answer is yes, we did. But as we said, that was our setup month, and then September was our catch-up month, and October is going to be our launch month at the event in Sioux Falls, our very first live event, when Dave is planning to wow the heck out of you with his guests, some athletes, and so on, that is being planned with the presentations, and as well as the new things that will be shown to you at that event for all of you to carry on into 2024 with your pants on fire. That's a fun way to put it, but that's the way my wife and I always have approached our business together in everything we've ever done, both our traditional companies. It's ignorance on fire, and we don't ask a lot of questions. We just go to work and we do. So that's my tip for all of you tonight as you hear what I'm about to share with you. Just get ready, sit back, pay attention, and be excited, because you're here on the ground floor of something truly incredible that's debt-free day one and offering the world something it's never been offered ever before. So let me just share my screen and just go into the details of some of the thoughts I have on this incredible company, right? So if we were to really get our head around the story of Collect Direct, I think the most important thing for all of you to understand is that right before our eyes, technology is changing. And for many of you, the magic to that is, what should I do to participate in technological changes? And you know what? I was scared of this for a lot of years, because I'm also a traditional businessman that has retail operations with employees and massive amounts of inventory and lights that I have to turn on and pay for, and all of the rent and overhead we have. And if they don't show up for work, the risk associated with that and the bank deals I have, it's incredible. But online is something that's changing that, because it's opened up the world to the ability to see the world through the eyes of some sort of a screen, be it on your phone or a television or on a computer. So it's not stopping. Many of us said probably won't work. I don't think anybody will buy without touching it. Well, we're watching things show up every day in our homes around the globe, because people are point clicking and buying things, and it's showing up at their doorstep. Use that and imagine what that technology could do if you could figure out a way to earn retail rewards by just point clicking and sharing. Well, if every operation in the world allow you to do that, we would all be able to sit back and just make a fortune off of the wants and desires of our friends and family members. But here's what's interesting. Curiosity is absolutely everywhere right now when it comes to the collectible world, and the fact that there's so many people that are looking for things that bring them back to their past and that want to connect them to their future. So when we think about that, just look at these numbers and think about the e-commerce sales that are growing right before our eyes. From back in 2023, where we are right now at the beginning, to where it's expected to go in 2027, it's mind-boggling the amount of business that's happening from people just making a decision online. And when we just take a look at our collectible space and we start thinking about how much of this stuff is happening before our eyes, folks, $458 billion worth of transactions expected to go up to the $1 trillion mark over the next 10 years is an interesting captive audience of believers that they could buy something, put it in a time capsule, plant it, pick it out of that ground 10 years later, open it up, share it with their family or their grandkids and say, this is for you. And only imagine what that item could be or may not be worth. Again, no guarantee of anything, but I actually get excited when I think of all these numbers, that there's so many people buying online today, and that all I want to do is get a piece of that action, right? And that right here in the United States alone, there's over 200 million people, Americans, that are saying, I got to collect something. And they've been doing it for years, right? Things like hats and cups and spoons and it's a captive audience. So when you really get your head around what I'm sharing with you in a true home-based business, you should be darn excited, because most of us have a job. Most of us know that to go ask for a raise, it's very difficult in these times. And everybody's saying, will I have a job? So it's nice to start saying, okay, what could I do to create a little bit of cash flow for myself by doing something possibly in the home-based business space, which is growing. And we're hearing this and reading about it. And then if you look at the collectible space, just go to Forbes magazine, type in collectibles and read what it says. You'll have your eyes opened again. I'm one of these people, folks. I understand the challenges that are around the financing world right now, because as I've expanded my traditional business, I've always had to ask the banks for more. And you know what? They're not giving it like they used to. And that causes a lot of stress, which hurts my health. Well, what I want to do is dream again. But before I got even into this industry, I had my eyes open. I had my eyes open because in a blink of the eye, my wife and I almost died. We went through a windshield in 2008 in a boat that was crossing in front of us with no lights on. And we realized the next day, when our kids were very young, if we didn't do something to create something that didn't rely us to be there 24/7 in a job setting, our kids would never have the lifestyle we created. So we decided to go out and just hugging the world and finding a way. And so for us today, the world that we've chosen is an incredible one.
Welcome to Collect Direct. Are you ready to connect your past to your future? For over 40 years, Collect Direct has collected thousands of unique items, from sports memorabilia, comic books, toys, coins, stamps, and much more. The world of collectibles is massive today, and they all have a value of some sort. And now this collection is available to the public to not only purchase, but an opportunity for you to cash in on rewards when others purchase items from our collection. From our website, you'll be able to type in and search for an item to connect you to your past. Maybe it's Bozo the Clown, or Gumby, or your favorite hockey player. You'll be able to find those memorabilia pieces on our website. The beautiful thing is you'll be able to point, click, and share them with other people too. It all starts with our $9.98 membership plan. You'll select the categories you are interested in, then you can point, click, and share the item with others. If they choose to participate, they can join your team. It's like operating a retail store out of your home, your computer, and phone. Share the website with others, and if they purchase an item, you get paid. Retail rewards range from $5 to $200. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business where you can share hundreds of thousands of products. So don't miss out on those items from your past and start sharing today.
So there's many articles that have been written on this industry, but nobody has ever brought it to the home-based business space. A category creator, something that is incredible, where all of this product that is in 40 years of collecting warehouses, 40,000 square feet of warehousing is there for you to point, click, and share. So as I go into that, we want to open your eyes to where we're going. So today is a great chance for me to just move on to the next slide, and I'm going to bring my guest in before I show you how we do this. You see, our websites are changing before your eyes. And Casey, come off mute, my friend. You are absolutely an incredible designer, and the vision that you have for this company going forward is awe-inspiring. I give you a lot of credit. You and Dave and the other team members, myself involved. I'm an independent rep, but I've been helping Dave in my own way. And you and I have had our minds open to this incredible category. You're going to share with us tonight some more visual on where we're going. And then I'm going to share all of you some of the new things that are showing up on our website product-wise. And for those of you who want to stick around, I'll give you a quick little getting started on our program. So Casey, take it away, my friend. Let's see what you got.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Don. I appreciate you letting me on back-to-back weeks. I was telling we got so much new and exciting items that we're bringing out over the next couple of weeks, and I always get excited to share them. So there's a couple items we talked about last week. Is just the user experience on the desktop and mobile version is going to be updated. Now, Don, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay,
Thank you.
awesome, great. And as you can see, it says, "Are you a collector? Discover timeless treasures, shop collection." And we're obviously gearing this this front end website to a more e-com friendly user interface, right? So if you're into sports, you're going to be able to scroll to the left here and see all the different types of sports collectibles, and click on that category and go right into that category, and then even search even further into it, whether it's by price, whether it's by team, or what have you. So we're optimizing the user interface so that you guys can find what you're looking for a lot easier, or the people that you refer the business to can find it easier. There's going to be always iconic. What are some of these iconic items or categories that you never want to miss? And again, this is today we're just showing you what these sections are going to look like, but there's going to be some really iconic pieces that are shown on the homepage here that there might be only one of or one of very few available in the entire world, let alone just here on the website. Of course, we have comic books. We got collectibles that are trending. Like, what are going to be some hot things that are maybe just trending in the marketplace that people are paying attention to? I know, Don, right now in the market, everyone's talking about, in the sports world anyway, everyone's talking about Deion Sanders, right? Took a team that only won one game last year and is already 3-0 this year. And so, in the U.S. right now, there's just so much energy around this guy, and so much noise around him, and he continues to be big. Well, I talked to Don earlier, and he's got a lot of Deion Sanders collectibles, and so I'm sure I told him, I said, Don, before you release anything on the website, can I get first dibs? He goes, no, it's not how it works, Case. It's got to go on the website. You're just like everyone else.
And that's Dave, by the way, that's making that decision, not Don.
Yeah. So he told me, though, some of the things that he has around Deion, it was pretty cool. I can't imagine that stuff will go up and it'll be gone, and that's why we call it trending. But baseball playoffs too, the hunt for October are right around the corner. There's some big names that are going to be in the baseball playoffs. Those items are going to be trending. There's going to be a lot of hype around them as well. So I think there's going to be some really cool stuff that are that we're going to see that's relevant to the season, or just that are always items that we want to have our eyes on. And then, of course, hey, what's new? What are things that we're releasing every week? And I think someone mentioned earlier on the call, but we are going to have a section. You're going to be able to scroll through this section right here, or click into it. And basically what you're going to see is, hey, I want to see the last 100 items that were released. And Dave is getting into a flow where he's going to have a release schedule of just, like Mondays. You're not going to miss it, because there's going to be another 100 new items released. Some of those could be trending. Some of those could be iconic. Some of those could be just, random things that Dave selects. So there's going to be some really cool things that, we're always going to want to pay attention to and circle back to and see. And so, we're just kind of looking at, how this is going to change. The opportunity and stuff, and all this information is still going to exist. Compensation plan, how it works, become a collector, join our team, all of this other support material will exist. That will be in the footer. So we're continuing to optimize the user experience. I do want to show you, if you were to click on shop collections, what happens next. It's going to pop up like there's going to be a pop-up on desktop and mobile, and it's going to allow you to really go into the category that that you want to look into right away. And this is going to expand. Again, it's going to show to be released, and it's going to show a date of new items that are going to be released, whether those are really specialty items or what have you. And so Davis is really going to utilize this box, and then just some collector favorites that you're going to want to look at too. So whenever you open up the menu box, there's always going to be some new things that are going to be added in here that you'll want to pay attention to. And then the last thing, again, you talk about once you select a category. I showed this a little bit about this last week, but you're going to be able to sort. You're still going to be able to search, but you're going to be able to sports. Maybe it's trading cards, and maybe it's just baseball. Maybe it's a price point that you want to drill into, and we're going to be able to deliver those items to you immediately, opposed to having to go through some long search query or scroll through multiple pages to look for things. So we're going to constantly optimize the user experience, and so you can find what you're looking for as easy as possible. Now, I do want to say one more thing, Don, before I get off. There's always the e-com side. Yes, people are going to come in. There's so many cool things that Dave's put. He just showed me a bunch of new items the other day that are going to go up, and I'm like, oh, it absolutely blows my mind that it even has this stuff, let alone it's going to go up on the website. But it gets me excited, right? Because I know I have a couple of friends that would love to buy some of this stuff. So I'll definitely be sharing it. But one of the other things that we talked about last week, I mentioned, and I think that, Dave and Don are going to have me make sure I commit to have it ready by the October conference. But it's how do we share the business? And I know so many times when I'm talking about different things and sharing the business, it's like, hey, did I capture everything? And did I answer all the questions that they need to know, or did I say it in the right way? And so what we're doing is we're putting together that landing page. So at any point in time, if you want to share the business and just say, hey, go check this out. I want to show you what I'm doing. Tell me what you think about it. There's going to be a landing page put together, and you're going to be able to share that link. And it's going to tie back to you. So if the person ends up signing up, of course, it ties back to you. But it's going to allow you to share something. It's going to answer all the questions that somebody's going to have about the business. Whether it's like, what is it? How does it work? Who else is doing it? What can I expect? How do I sign up? We are going to even put a little bar in there that says, hey, if I'd like to earn an extra $500 or $1,000 per month, and you'll be able to move that. You'll be able to move that along, and it'll populate what you need to do. So we're working on a lot of tools because we want to provide you as many tools as possible to make it as easy as possible for you to share the business and get people involved. And so there's a lot around that. And of course, Dave or Don, last week you mentioned some of the new technologies that we're using, and I mentioned that as well. And we're going to start incorporating those new technologies into the website. We are going to launch those, and I'm going to showcase them in our October conference. So I'm super excited about that, because that's going to be a huge kickoff point for us from just our ability, I think, just to go to market and share this with a mass amount of people and make it as easy as possible to get people and show them what we're doing. So I'm really excited and happy to be on again this week.
Hey, Casey, let me ask you, I appreciate what you're showing, because it's just blowing me away once again. People need to know you're a guy that has done this for massive companies and driven big conversion for companies. So you're not new to this game, are you?
No. So I've been involved in other network marketing companies in the past, and been responsible for driving anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 sales per day. So no, I am not new to this. This one is truly unique, though. I know you guys say this a lot, that it's a category creator, but it really is. I don't even know how big this can get. I just know it's going to be massive. So this is really unique. And so if I was able to do that with, another network marketing company within the lotions and potions business, this is a whole different deal. This is going to be 10 times bigger. And that's what gets me really excited. So yeah, I'm happy I'm here.
Perfect. And I just want to ask, did everybody, just a quick, Robert, just come off mute for a second. Were you able to see Casey's screen really well today? I'm not sure if you're able to just confirm. I hope everybody else.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Robert. Guys, this is the beginning. As we said, this is from the setup month to the baby step month to here we grow together. It's incredible. So I hope you're enjoying what you've seen so far. And guys, I want to share with you a couple other things. We've been telling you a little bit about a coupon program, and I can tell you that coupon program is going to go live somewhere in the next 48 hours. And I heard that. Don't say tomorrow, don't say the next day, but somewhere in the next 48 hours, you will be able to use the program to attract somebody with your Save 5, right? Your Save 5 program that says, hey, I'm willing to give up $5 of my commission if you want to go buy something or join my team or whatever. And it's going to be a massive growth story, and it's going to go live in a couple days. Let me also just say to all of you that the room block at the Grand Falls is filling up. There's a lot of you that are already attending, and I'm excited about that. So don't be too alarmed if it sells out. Dave's going to get a few more if need be, but he is already talking to another hotel close by. So if you want to be at our very first life-changing, in my words, I'm the one saying that as an independent rep, event for the ages, you want to be in Sioux Falls, October 26th, 27th, 28th, as one of the original attendees of the first live event for this company, which I believe will be a global phenomenon. So that's a couple of bit on where we are, where we're going, and just an idea for all of you. Now what I'd like to do is just give you a quick, how would I get started if I was interested in Collect Direct? And so for many of you, the most important thing is to really get your head around what's in this website. So let me just show you a couple of things. I promised you I would. I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of these folks, but a Joe Montana rookie cards with his autograph for $1,000. You can go look the prices. And for those of you that were in this website 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, it's incredible what Dave is doing. He's opening up the vaults. He's putting it all out there because he wants you all to win. So when you start looking down these pages and you start seeing $2,000 items, the question is, what do you earn on that? Well, folks, what's coming in at the October event is where you'll be able to see the kind of money you earn on each one of these items. And again, for you that might be here for the very first time, imagine this: millions and millions and millions of dollars of inventory is there for you to share. You didn't buy it, you get to share with it. And use this number. At an item like $2,000, you'll get 13.5% of that as a fast start commission. We know today, somebody said to us they have already promoted a $4,900 Joe Burrow rookie card because it's a unique one-off and somebody's buying it. Well, that member is getting a $675 fast start commission. Actually, in that case, retail reward commission, because that person wants to buy it as a customer. That's where this is going, everyone. All of these items are there for you to point, click, and share. And as I just muscle down more and more of these items, and if I want to type in some searches, I could just go search Walter Payton. Well, Walter is a very famous football player that many people would probably love or covet to have some of his original pieces. And so all of these items that are getting entered, they'll go live in a day or two. But you start looking down and seeing some of his items that are on there already. And they're unique one-off items that are graded by PSA, ISA, SGA, and all the other ones, the Beckett. They're all there for you to point, click, and share. If anybody adds that to their cart, it'll populate your cart. If you wanted to add something else, remember, customers can buy what they want. They can add little items. They can add collectibles. They can add all of these items. And as their shopping cart goes up, folks, just use this example today. And it says, I've got $784 in my cart. You, the member, can almost count at 13.5% of that is a retail reward or fast start. Don't hold me to that exact number, because you know what? On the lower items, it may be higher, but I can tell you on the higher items, it will certainly be no more than that. But you can start thinking ahead of the kinds of commissions that can be earned by you opening up your database, your people that you don't even know are collectors. There are people out there that you absolutely are friends with at work that are saving Star Wars. I mean, I can't even believe the massive amount of Star Wars items that Dave has. If I go to look at Star Wars and I start looking at all of the different figurines that he has, I'm not sure if I typed that right. Yeah, all the different things that are in the Star Wars category, from watches that are there, Pez dispensers, and then all the different figurines, I can promise you their carts are going to get filled up with this stuff. Can you imagine holiday time when people are just going to shop everything on this website and send it around to their friends and family? Because why do you want to buy them another pair of slippers? Buy them something from the past that can get them excited. Look, listen, there are so many members. Oh, I mean, I'm just adding here and just showing you that my cart is getting bigger and bigger. And I'm roughly thinking 13.5% of that, somebody's going to get paid. But that's not the only payment that we would get in this. You're going to get the unilevel pay, for all of you that understand that, the volume and the qualifying volume to advance in our team. So, folks, this is just the beginning stages of where we're going in our business. But what I want you to all get your head around is the fascinating part of how to get started and what it takes to physically do what it takes in this business to make money, right? Well, what does it take? It takes you to make a commitment. And the basic steps of our business are, first of all, there are 4 ways you could get started. A $9.98, that's a $9.98 membership. And don't buy anything. Your choice. It's your business. And could you make commissions? Yes. If you point, click, and share our website and somebody buys something, you will get paid a retail reward for opening up that circle of influence to our website and our corporation Collect Direct. What if you want to start with one of our sample orders as a member only? We have something called the Dugout. It's 10 items, $9.98, which adds up to $99.80. You'll get volume. You'll pay commissions to whoever has sponsored you, but the volume will start growing into one of your legs. Those are your 1079 option in our program for the sample collection. And as I do this, I get excited because, again, get in where you fit in. That's our motto in Collect Direct. So if you want to join one of our sample packages, what Dave does is the next month, right now, currently while supplies last, he sends you one of his great books, which is about his life, Burning Desire. And when you read this, you'll see who the man is that owns this company. Then he sends you a private letter signed by himself, and he gives away another bonus grading card out of the blue. I know mine's right here. And I mean, it's free, right? He's doing that because he said, hey, you're one of my sample purchasers. What's the sample purchase? One of the 12 collections that he selected randomly with an assortment of goods. You use that as your startup cost, and you look at that as a tax deductible expense. Check with your area that you're in, and you'll discover what's reasonable in your tax deduction world with your accountants. Folks, it's a startup cost, so part of it can go against your other income, your cell phone, your part of your vehicle that you use to go and see people, to prospect. If you travel to our Sioux Falls adventure on October 26th, keep the bills, keep the hotel bills, because that's an expense to build your business. Now, if you lose more than you actually make, that's fine. You can write that off against other income. Folks, I want you all to understand that your partners are going to teach you how to be in business. This is not take your money and run. This is build. And every day, Dave is buying more. He just told me with a happy smile through the phone what he bought, and I couldn't believe the collections he bought today for, again, all of us to point, click, and share. It's mind-boggling. Now, step 2, pick where you're going to get in. It could be our new bullpen coming with $479 worth of collectibles. What's that going to be? That'll be out at the October convention or sooner. But folks, it's where you decide you need more to share. Again, keep it as a business expense. Then we have something called a dugout, which I would commit myself and my team to buy every month. Why? Because I want to duplicate volume and growth. But those 10 little items are going to be incredible to share and build curiosity. Then you're going to send videos that are provided to you by the company. You can go on and see them on our Facebook group. If you have not joined our Facebook group, please go to Collect Direct and join, but make sure you tell us who invited you so we can accept you. We also have a link that you can find on that Facebook group where you can hover over top of it with your phone, and we'll text you just before the broadcast of our Zooms. All of that is coming together. All of the trainings are being written as we speak, and you're in on the ground floor of a debt-free company, category creator that's about to explode. I wanted you all to hear some excitement in my voice because I believe in my heart that as much success as I had personally in my different businesses, I've never, ever been involved with something with this much upside potential. And that means for me, you, and everybody you choose to share this with. So I want you all to just sit back, get started, buy something that you can afford. Don't overdo it. And if it's one of our packages as members, get ready to cause curiosity and share the excitement. And when you see what comes out of this conference, I promise you 2024 will be on with your pants on fire. That's the way we're going to put it. So, folks, I know you're hearing me at about the 33-minute mark, roughly 30 minutes. I want you to just know that we want to stay after to answer your questions. But for this one, I wanted you to hear my excitement and let me turn the recording off. And folks, thank you for spending the time with me. And for those of you that see this recording after, please talk to the person that shared this with you, because I can promise you this, they're doing you a massive favor. Because again, as a successful entrepreneur, somebody who has sold one of his companies to a traded New York Stock Exchange company, somebody who sold 2 other companies and currently has 2 traditional companies with over 100 employees, I have never seen anything like this, and I'm ready to have my pants on fire with all of you. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. But again, get back to the person that asked you to take a look at this tonight.